Hi guys, I hope everyone is doing well. This is just another chat break. I finally finished recording the book of Joshua and noticed when I started uploading the daily readings that the day before the equinox we will be crossing over Jordan. The word Jordan in Hebrew means the descent, and the meaning of the equinoxes are the 2 times each year when the sun crosses over the equator. It is one of our 4 major divisions or measurements of darkness and light, which are the 2 equinoxes and the 2 solstices each year. It is how God set up his clock to divide the darkness from the light and causes the changes in the seasons. So, on Sunday, the day before the sun crosses over the equator, we will be reading about Israel crossing over the Jordan after finally completing their 40 years in the wilderness. And Israel observes their very first Passover in the Promised Land after crossing over the Jordan and with their new leader, Joshua. So, on the spring equinox on Monday, March 20th, we will be on day 2 of reading the book of Joshua. It is the Battle of Jericho, and just the beginning of Israel's endless slaughter all the way to their western coast. Of course, Israel is already going astray of God's commandments at the Battle of Jericho, and has to suffer the consequences. Also, this time of year has always been my highest watch times for a possible rapture event. So it's been fun seeing how my daily readings have been unfolding and lining up. I have no idea where we will be in our story when the Jewish Passover begins this year, or what we will be reading on Resurrection Day. The spring or vernal equinox will be on March 20th next Monday, and Resurrection Day will be celebrated on April 9th this year, right in the middle of the Jewish Passover dates. Passover begins at sundown on Wednesday, April 5th, and before sunrise on the 4th day, Resurrection Day begins. A lot of my 7-year anniversaries are coming up too, like the total destruction of my old business in earnest, which happened on Resurrection Day, which was March 27th of 2016. It looks like I'll be reading from the book of Judges on March 27th in my daily postings from the Green Grove. I consider March 27th as the day my entire life was turned upside down. So perhaps reading from the book of Judges will be so appropriate for my 7-year anniversary. Now that I think about it, I may even be reading the story of Samson that very day. Honestly, this whole project is a little odd the way things are unfolding, and I'm not even trying to work things out. I'm mainly just trying to find some natural feeling breaks in the books for my daily readings, without the videos getting too long. And I'm feeling if my daily readings are too short, we will be here forever. Since I finally finished the recording of the complete book of Joshua, I've just uploaded and pre-scheduled the daily readings for YouTube. We will finish the book of Joshua on March 24th. The book of Judges is the next book in our story, and the story of Samson starts in chapter 13. I mean, I am just seeing this right now, but it looks like the story of Samson is going to fall exactly on the 7-year anniversary date of the total destruction of my life, March 27th. The day my life went up in some sort of whirlwind that was completely out of my control. I honestly am starting to think that God planned all this out this way. I mean, this whole project that I'm in the middle of right now. Also, I know some of the daily readings probably feel a little tedious with all the endless lists and names. I think sometimes when I'm just reading through the Bible on my own, I tend to skip over all that stuff and just want to get to the action-packed parts. But this time, I felt determined to read every word. If I'm not pronouncing all the thousands of names correctly, I hope you can overlook it. I try to look up a lot of things and study the pronunciations, but it can just get overwhelming at times. If you are familiar with the book of Joshua, you know what I'm talking about. Through the book of Joshua, the lands are divided up between the tribes, and all the boundaries are described by cities and landmarks. It can get a little exhausting reading through it all, and sometimes it's a bit of a tongue twister for me. I'm actually feeling pretty excited about my Bible project here, because as far as posting completed books, I've got about 40% of the Bible posted now. At first, I didn't think I could keep up with posting daily readings that are even just 20 or 30 minutes long, because it just takes so long to get a video together and do all the editing and processing and stuff. But I worked ahead for several weeks, getting all the slides with text together before ever starting the recordings. I'm glad I did, because it looks like I'll be able to keep up with it okay, as well as maybe having a little time to record some of the books that are left out of the Bible, like the Acts of the Apostles. To me, there's nothing like ancient knowledge, and the more you can consume and retain, the deeper your understandings naturally become. And there is no better place to start than with the Bible. I'm always thinking on the opening lines of John's Gospel. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Have a blessed day, my friends. Peace.